Alright guys, we got a new event. So with new events, it's banner review time. So I'm going to reiterate this one more time. It is not a UR event, it's a SSR event. So at this point, by default, it is up to you if you guys really want to pull for these at the end of the day. I also want to point out that in about 3 weeks from now, we are getting an ultra rare event for the Japanese anniversary as well too. So if you guys are low on cubes, keep that in mind as you guys are pulling for these ships. With that being said, let's get right into the video. What's going on, guys? Today we'll be going over the banner for the Secrets of the Abyss SSR event. We got 5 ships on the table, so let's go ahead and go through all of them. Starting with, I guess, the banner girl, if you want to call it that way, Masséna. And yes, I'm going to butcher these names, so if you guys can't bear with that, don't watch this video. Simple as that. That being said, though, we have a SSR battle cruiser. Stats at 120 is going to be 7218 health, 352 firepower, 237 anti-air, 168 reload, 37 evasion, medium armor, 28 speed, 68 on the hit or accuracy, 76 on the luck, and 14 on the oil cost. So by default, battle cruiser wise, these firepower stats are pretty awful. I think most of them now are like 380, 400-ish. They could definitely juice this up a bit. I'm not going to lie, but it is what it is. What can you do about it? The gear efficiency, we have 135 on the BB gun, 200 on the DD gun, and 100 on the anti-air. 331 is the loadout, so pretty average for that department. Average across the board. At 120, we got +1 evasion for battle cruisers. Pretty much not going to be that useful. I don't think any battle cruisers right now are like really good, because I don't think we have any UR battle cruisers, right? Yeah, we don't. So it's like, it is what it is. Right, so let's talk about her skills, because I butchered that last part. So her first skill is going to be Lucky Target. When a ship in your main fleet fires her main guns, this ship has a 100% chance to gain 1 stack of Lucky Target. It can stack up to 3 times, which brings her luck to 4, her crit rate by 4, and her crit damage by 4% for each stack. So 12, 12, 12. So this is very good in the sense that after 22 or so seconds, she will have 12% crit rate, 12% crit damage, and 4 luck. So she's probably going to get value from 2 or 3 more volleys. That's actually really good. As a significant damage increase, she just has to make it out of the last or the first volley. But if she can go last, if you can make her go last, she basically starts off with 888, which is actually not too bad. So I'd say that her startup is going to be rather weak, but she's going to get better after that 22-second mark. I feel very good skill though. The second skill is going to be Blessed Child of Victory. When this ship fires her main guns, or when the Fortunate Fire Special barrage is activated, I guess that's her barrage, 40% chance to fire a Fortunate Fire Special barrage. Each stack of Lucky Target owned increases this activation by 16%. When the max stack is reached, this ship gains the Beyond Blessed status and fires a Fortunate Fire Special barrage. Okay, just basically a lot of barrages. This barrage can activate up to 3 times every 5 seconds. When this ship has Lucky Target, if her HP is below 30%, increase evasion when her HP is low, and she should get a heal, right? No, based on low HP. If this ship has, okay, basically evasion buff. Okay, so it's kind of like whatever. It's a lot of barrages. It has a nice crit rate, but I'm gonna tell you guys this as of right now, crit doesn't matter if your base firepower stats is pretty low as well too. So the crit is nice, it's very cool, but she has very low firepower. Like, I'm talking very, very low. So to maximize her kit, you want her to get as much firepower as possible. Yeah, because even then, like, she has barrages that scales off of firepower as well too, but her firepower is really bad. So you guys stack like both pencils, essentially the black and white pencils, to get as much firepower as possible. Otherwise, you're not gonna get that much value out of her. Overall though, very solid, not too bad. Next ship I'm talking about is Bois Belleau. I'm pretty sure she is another one as well too. Light aircraft carrier, 120 stats, 5374 on the health, 372 on aviation, 291 anti-air, 200 reload, 85 on the evasion, medium armor, 31 speed, 90 hit, 60 luck, 74 ASW, or 74, yeah, 74 ASW. Sorry, I don't know why I'm tripping right now. I just woke up. Stat wise though, it's about average, I say. I think her health is pretty low for a light aircraft carrier these days, but overall, not too bad. The efficiency though, we got 441, which is actually crazy. 130 fighters, 120 on torpedo bombers, and 1 on anti-air. So pretty this is pretty good actually. Let me look. Let's look at someone like Perseus or Unicorn. I'm pretty sure Unicorn doesn't have this much. I could be wrong though. 431. So yeah, she gets 1 more torpedo bomber, which is actually really good for wave clearing at least. So not too bad. Very nice. At 120, we got aircraft and light aircrafts get 1 hit. That's always nice to get. So make sure you get her at 120. And in terms of skills, we got Guardian of the Sky, increase the ship's aviation and anti-air by 15%. If this ship has Eagle Union, Iris, or Vichia Dominion aircraft equipped, increase this ship's aircraft efficiency by 15% once per battle. When this ship's HP falls below 20%, for 20 seconds, decrease the ship's damage taken by 25%, and sets this ship's burn damage taken to 0. Burn damage essentially means campaign stuff, so chapter 13, 14, 15 stuff. But she has no heals though, which is kind of like weird. Divine Deeds done Dreamly. When this ship launches an airstrike, launches an additional level 10 special airstrike. Damage is based on skills level. Decrease loading time of this ship's second airstrike by 50%. So there's damage in here, but there's no heals. I thought she would be a healer. I guess not. So she just does a lot of airstrikes. She has some damage reduction. Honestly, I'm not gonna lie, this is kind of mid. The design is very good, but the kit is so mid. Yeah, I'm not a big fan of this. It's very selfish. And if you're gonna be selfish, you might as well just be an aircraft instead of a light aircraft, so you get more stats. That's just weird. Very spammy though, because she has 444. She has a decreased second airstrike. Very spammy, very selfish. She's alright, I guess. Hardi is the next ship. And 120, we got 1933 health, 126 firepower, 398 on torpedo, 185 on anti-air, 212 on the reload, 271 on evasion, light armor, 42 speed, 218 on hit, 57 luck, 200 on the ASW. A mixed attacker on both departments, average health, so nothing too crazy at this point. Efficiency, we got 150 on DD gun, 125 on torpedo, and 120 on anti-air. 121 as the loadout, so average there as well too. +1 firepower for permastats. So that is another one as well too. And then for the skills, Dreadnought Parox, I'm probably butchered that. Increases ship's firepower by 20% and increase her main guns and torpedo efficiency by 20% as well. So that's very good. When the frontmost ship in your vanguard is French, I'm gonna say French from now on just to be generalizing. Increase your vanguard's cannon damage by 15%. Every 20 seconds fires a special barrage. When this special barrage fires, if this ship has French gear equipped, improves this barrage. Enemies hit by this barrage have their speed decreased for 6 seconds. So a lot of damage. She does juice up French ships damage dealt by guns a lot, so that's very good. As of right now, I think who could probably benefit the most? So if we do this right here, and we go to Vichia, I guess Brest gets benefited from here. Mogador, sort of. I think like in terms of the big players like Breast and Mogador would benefit this the most. So that's if you use Hardi though. So it's solid, I guess. If you want to run pure French, that's solid for sure. The Fearless Hardi. While this ship is afloat, decrease your fleet's damage, your main fleet's damage taken by 10%. Every 20 seconds for 10 seconds, decrease the damage taken by this ship in your surface fleet with the lowest current HP, sorry, by 10%. Okay, that's not too bad. Damage reduction is always nice for Vanguards because they take so much damage. It's insane. So basically almost a team fleet damage reduction, which is actually really solid. Once per battle. I think this could be good in like chapter like 16 stuff in the future. I gotta double check this though, but this could be really good. I might level her up actually. Once per battle, 30 seconds after the battle starts, when the HP of any ship in your surface fleet falls below 70%, increase the ship's evasion by 30%, speed by 6, and decrease the barrage activation interval by 10 seconds of Dreadnought. Alright, this is definitely an end game ship right here. I think Hardi is actually pretty solid. I think she has potential to be in chapter 16 fleets, mainly because of the second skill right here. It's very kit oriented, it's very good. So I say if you do stuff like if you want to do something like Breast, Hardi, and like Golden Louis, I think that setup has like crazy sustain. No anti-air though, but has crazy sustain, which I think is very, very good. So I actually kind of want to do a fleet like that. Golden Louis, Breast, and Hardi. That could be very, very good. I think that has a lot of potential. I kind of want to try that actually. Whenever I max these girls out, I want to try that setup. It looks really fun. But overall though, I think her kit is very good. It's gonna be sleepered upon. I think she's very good. I think she's the best ship in this banner. I'm gonna say that right now. I think she's the best ship in this banner by far. Duquesne, and who's the other one? Duguay-Trouin. I'm butchering these names, but I don't want to talk too much about these ships. I love their design though. I really do. But my lord, dude, the devs hate elite ships because they give them like the worst kits possible. Like this right here is kind of like, this is whatever. 3% damage is nice, stacks up 3 times, but yeah, she doing negative damage is not that great either, so it's kind of like whatever. This is a heal. Okay, she has damage increase, but she's elite, so it's kind of whatever. Increase evasion, yeah, it is kind of like they gotta stop releasing elites, man. I'm telling you, not a fan. All right, that's a TLDR of this banner. The takeaway here is keep in mind there is a UR event. I'm gonna say this again, so if you guys want to pull for them, you guys can. As of right now, none of these are super important. I'd argue maybe Hardi. I think Hardi probably is the best ship from this banner, but I think she's farmable, so you don't really have to pull for her. You can just get her from the shop or farm for her. I think Hardi might be very, very good. Now, don't quote me on it. I'm going to level mine up, but I think she's going to be good in chapter 16 as well, too. Boys and Masséna are kind of whatever. I'm not a big fan of Boys kit. Masana's okay, but she has low firepower stats, so it's kind of trashy there. And then elites, we know how elites are. It is what it is. All right, so if you guys want, pull for this banner. Get Hardi at least, but you can farm for her. And that's pretty much it. Make sure you save your cubes because we got a UR event. All right, so thank you guys for watching as always, and I'll see you guys next video. Peace out.